Hi, welcome to the Modern Day Tooth Fairy. I'm Sandra Sandon, that's my trademark, taking off my glasses. And I'm here today to educate you on taking care of not only your own teeth, but your favorite animal's teeth. We'll start off with the animals and I'll talk about our own teeth. I'm a professional. I've been in practice for 48 years in Manhattan on 580 Park Avenue, where I work on mostly adults, some children, because I'm called the Modern Day Tooth Fairy. I have two young adults coming in Thursday. Get up early in the morning. It's 4 o'clock, and I have a large following, and they'll kill me if I don't go back into the city. So I do, and I hope Sky has patience today. I'm a published author of this book called Reversing Gum Disease Naturally. And it's a real interesting book because it connects you with the dentist. Most people have tremendous fears. So we'll get into that later. I'm also published for 5 children's books. Yes, there's a museum in Maryland, and it's the Dental Museum, and a historian asked for my books, which are my children's books I don't have today, but they're Quadrant of the Mouth, and 2 are my children. One is titled Eric Moeller, he's the molar, and Barry Bicuspid. And actually, one of my oldest patients has trouble with the Barry Bicuspid. I wonder why. Anyway, this book is called The Hygiene Professional, a Partner in Dentistry. I'm a pioneer in dental hygiene, and I am enhancing and raising the level up, not just a cleaning lady position, but a position to save your teeth from being pulled and doing implants. So we have here today, this is Sky. Sky, say hi. Say hi to everyone. Look in the camera. She has big blue eyes, and that's why her name is Sky Blue. And I taught her how to brush. It's not just the flavor. Dogs love to chew. So I created something. A long handle brush is best. And a short brush. I also have my own tooth sticks I developed. These are like a toothbrush. You take off the top and you twist it, and it's flavored with peanut butter. But I prefer her. She spends more time with okay. With a regular toothbrush. Sky, you want to brush your teeth? Let's show everyone. Brush, 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 brush. Yes, look at that face. Brush, brush, brush. Brush, 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 brush. She likes the feel of it. Right. Go ahead, brush. Here, brush your teeth. Brush, 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 brush. Brush, 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 brush. Let's open the mouth. You gotta open your mouth. Can't brush fur. Brush, brush, brush. Chew the stick. Good girl. Animals know. They love the feel of the massage. Now I'm going to teach you later how to therapeutically brush your teeth. Not 30-degree angle, 20-degree angle, but brush. Okay, here. We'll do the other one too. Okay, here. Try it. Brush, 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 brush. That a girl. Brush, brush. She's chewing the brush. Actually chewing the brush, which will get. Now, while they're chewing, you got to move the brush because she doesn't know what areas, but she does know that it feels good. Brush, 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 brush. Brush, 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 brush. Yes, what a good girl. And then how you massage an animal's teeth after. Take the outside and just gently, at the fur even, at the gum line, massage because you don't want it to be irritated. Now, this is a tooth stick. I sell them, and my website is perio-solutions.com. Now, you flip this, and out comes the product. Here, see if you like it. Brush, 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 brush. What? You don't like that? I don't know. She doesn't want to be bothered. Animals have a short area of lifespan. Just so much you could brush them. Don't overdo it, because if you overdo it, they won't want to do it. So spend a few minutes. Sit down. Sit, Sky. Now you listen to me, okay? Good girl. Okay, we're going to talk a little about my book. Why did I write this book? I wrote this book because I have such a large following, and the reason for it is I connect well with patients. How do you connect with patients? Listen, look. What is holistic? People call me holistic. Holistic means that you care about the whole person. It doesn't necessarily, please sit, Sky. Sky, sit. Come on, sit. Sit. What are you doing? Anyway, what it means is, you want to write a book, Sky? I think I'll have her write a book. Seeing the whole picture. People have questions that they'll never ask you in a dental chair because their fears are so prevalent, and they block. When you are fearful, you block all the things you want to say. So my book is a preview and what to say to your dentist, and also how to take care of your teeth at home. I'll read to you what some dentists have said, because I couldn't get published, of course, without the recommendation from dentists. So a Dr. Musicant, who is a friend of mine, wrote, "Reversing gum disease naturally presents techniques and information so that you can reverse already unhealthy states in your mouth or prevent the onset of gum disease. Sandra Senzon enhances patients' oral health through traditional as well as holistic methods." So as I said before, what is holistic? Holistic is about seeing the whole person. Now, when I see a person come in and they're very overweight, unkempt, their clothing is shambled, and they just don't look hygienically, I notice that I don't even have to look in the mouth. I am sure that there's going to be issues. When they come to me, there are issues anyway, but people who are overweight have more acidity in the body. What happens with acidity? It goes into the saliva. Happens then is you get erosion and holes in your teeth. Gums get inflamed and irritated. So does the intestines. So does the inside organs. You see more in the mouth. If you have bleeding gums, engorged gums, meaning puffy tissue, purple to red gum tissue, and you touch them and they bleed, you know something is wrong. Now, you can have bleeding gums for other reasons other than hygiene. You could have bleeding gums because of certain illnesses, like leukemia, God forbid, or high blood sugar, or not only diabetes and leukemia. Pregnancy, which isn't a disease, it's a wonderful thing to have, will create engorged tissue. And it's called pregnancy gingivitis. What I see as a professional, I'll look in the mouth and I see bumps. Those are engorged tissues. That's a natural thing that happens during pregnancy. So don't be afraid. And don't be afraid of bleeding in hygiene, because bleeding will stop if you get it circulated and out. And there are ways to do it, not just coming in for a good cleaning. And it's very important to have a professional hand scale, not Cavitron. A Cavitron is a lazy man's way of cleaning your teeth. I hate it. Your head is back, you're swallowing the bacteria, it can go to your heart, and it can cause more harm than it's worth. So go to a professional, and I can recommend a few to you, including myself, who will do hand scaling. Now, I use all natural products. I have my own product line. And one of my products here is my biggest seller. I ozonated it. What is ozone? Oxygen. It has a pump, and it's a mixture of all my oils. And I took it from shaving cream. So you pump it out, and then you massage the material inside your teeth, around the tissue. I don't want to brush my teeth. Outside, inside. Now, when you brush, you've got to know that you have to do treatment the way I do. You have to focus. So work one section at a time. You have a full mouth, hopefully. You might be missing teeth. So start with 4 teeth on the outside, 4 teeth on the inside. Finish it, rinse and spit out. Go to the next section. Separate your teeth. Don't just brush your whole mouth. You're going to miss 3 or 4 teeth here, 3 or 4 teeth here, and inside you'll miss. Know that a tooth is a full structure. And that's what my children's books are about, the love of an individual body of a tooth. So use the brush with my oils, or you can use aloe or baking soda. And baking soda is an antacid, which is good. And you shimmy the brush at the gum line, side to side, outside, inside, and the flat surface. Know there are more than one surface. Now, floss just goes in between teeth. It doesn't hit the whole circumference. That's why a brush is so important. The massage of a brush, outside, inside. The flat surface is just hard enamel, but that needs to be brushed. Why? Because enamel has grooves, and those grooves are called developmental grooves. Those are areas that will capture food particles and sugar and will invade the enamel. The grooves can be sealed when you're young with a plastic, but a lot of times that plastic doesn't hold and your child may swallow it. Fluoride, which they're trying to eliminate, and I don't like myself because it's a chemical and it's actually a side effect of rat poisoning. I just don't like it. And I know Robert Kennedy Jr. is trying to get rid of it. What he needs to do, instead of having the ADA come after him, is create a research project. Now, my oils are from a green tea plant, and it's a camellia seed flower. It has natural fluorine. Why do we need a poison from wherever they're finding it, from the water, to strengthen enamel, when we could find natural products to strengthen enamel and synthesize it and make it stronger? So I'm going to send a tape to Robert Kennedy Jr., maybe meet with him. Everybody's in a box. I stepped out of my box because I said, what is going on in this field? Everybody's losing teeth. They come in for a cleaning every 3-4 months, and they're still losing teeth and needing to have teeth pulled and implants, which cost $8,000 a tooth. You can mortgage your mouth. So it's very important. And I do believe they have good intentions, like Robert Kennedy Jr. does believe in natural products, but you got to get out there and say, okay, this isn't good. There's a reason for it. It may cause cancer, it may cause this disease. Find alternatives. Create research. It's easy to do research. And then say we have this versus this, and then eliminate the chemical. But you can't just eliminate something that's creating thousands of millions of dollars on the market, because they'll come back after you, including when the ADA promoted it. You can't just knock something out. So to get back to my book, I'm going to bring a part of my book here. I have pictures here. Now, this picture is about gum recession. What causes gum recession? I'll describe it here. I'll brush the teeth here. If you brush like this, hard, with a hard brush especially, any brush, straight on or even on the side, you're going to wear away the thin enamel. And not only enamel, the tissue. The tissue is only a tiny amount of centimeters. And it's like if you brush your skin hard, you're going to create holes on your skin. So you got to know what you're doing. The a lot of companies have created, they said, oh, 30-degree angle. Why? Because people were hit on with a brush. I even had a boyfriend at one point using a brush that I said, what on earth is this all wire? It was for dentures, and he was using it on his teeth, and he came into me and said, what'd you do? All erosion. So please use a very soft brush and gently massage. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. What is shimmy? It's placement side to side. Placement side to side. Don't go down, Sky. Sit. Come on. Have patience. Okay. Good girl. Then, so this is considered long in the tooth. Sit, Sky. Sit. Long in the tooth and recession. Okay? Sky has the most beautiful teeth I ever saw. Yes, you do, but she's also a baby. She's only a year and a half. All right, let's take another picture as an example. Here is an electric toothbrush. Now, they're good to a certain degree. If you don't know how to use it, no, sit. If you don't know how to use it, then what's going to happen is you're going to get the erosion I just described, because it'll run away from doing the right thing. If you put an electric massager with brush bristles on it, on your skin, you will make holes and inflammation and maybe even an infection. This can do the same. And by the way, I had tested many electric brushes, and what they tend to do is they tend to have radiation. So I'm not a lover. I do believe you could transfer your own energy through your hands, through your chi. This is the center part where the energy comes through and flows through your hand. I'm not 20, I'm not 30, I'm not 40, I'm not 50, I'm not 60, I'm not 70. Oh my God, what am I? But I channel my energy properly, and I have no arthritis, and I'm working 48 years straight. So people you see who have bumps, especially professionals who look raggy and have bumps on their hands, they're working with a hard edge mostly, technically. They're not working with energy. You have to work with energy to create fluidity in the body. So an electric brush is not doing that. You have to override the amount of energy that's coming from the brush to get proper therapeutics of the brush. Now, when you get a good masseuse to work on your body, a good masseuse versus a masseuse that's just rough, you'll come out feeling all beaten up. You won't feel great. When you have a therapeutic masseuse, like you should be doing on your mouth, you feel fabulous. Also, people tend to feel each other's energy. If you're with somebody negative, you're repelled and you want to run away. Animals are beyond knowledgeable of good people. And I love watching Sky, knowing who's good, who's bad, and who she goes crazy over. So it's important to know to use therapeutics and use your own energy. And I will try to send what I'm doing on this show to Robert Kennedy Jr. because I think he's on the target, but not fully doing it. Here's another. This is in my book. It's a chart. Now, why did I pick a chart? Because you should chart out your teeth before you go to the dentist. Now, this shows a picture of 32 teeth. Not everyone has 32 teeth. A lot of wisdom teeth are pulled. Do I believe in pulling wisdom teeth? Not just to pull them, no. I think you need every tooth in your mouth, especially if you're going to lose a tooth next to a wisdom tooth. There's a reason you should have your wisdom teeth. If you have no room for it and they're impacted, and what is impaction? Let's say it's on the side and it's swelling up and hurting. It will cause jaw pain. It will cause you to have TMJ. What is TMJ? TMJ is clenching, and which will create grinding, which is bruxism. So if you have pain here, you really should find out why. Sometimes it's from stress. You're grinding and clenching and creating clicking when you wake up and tight jaws. So do I believe in wisdom teeth if they're healthy? And that's why I will add something right now. A water pick is fabulous if you do have wisdom teeth and all your molars, and if you have implants, and if you have crowns. Why? Because tissue runs around the whole circumference. Floss doesn't do the job. It just goes in between. I have taken out more floss pieces from people that got stuck under the gum causing pain, and they thought it was the tooth causing pain, when it was a piece of floss cut and pushed under the gum, because they don't know how to floss properly, and because it's not the contact. What is the contact? When the teeth are too close to each other and you're pulling the floss up and you're pulling it down and ripping it, part of that floss will stay under the gum and cause infection. So be careful. That's why it's important to massage the gum tissue. And what is an oral irrigator? On other shows, I'll bring it. It is a little box that you fill with water. I created a product that you could put in the water pick, and you irrigate around the circumference of the teeth on a medium pressure with warm water, not hot, not cold, because that temperature will create inflammation also. Hot is no good, and cold is no good. They're both extreme temperatures, and you don't want the body to react to extreme temperatures. So water pick is important if you have crowns. Why? Because the crown leaves the ledge, and the ledge needs to be cleaned. Floss does not go around the front of that crown or on the back of that crown. A water pick will get inside that cuff and clean it properly. If you have implants, what is an implant? It's a screw that goes into the bone with a crown and a post sitting there. Floss doesn't work on that. It can't wrap well under that kind of mechanism. So you need an irrigator. You could put a cap of peroxide, alternate it with one of my oils, which are fabulous for a water pick. I had made it just for a water pick. Sea salt, if you have an electric water pick, can break. So you have to be careful with sea salt in a water pick. You could use aloe, but it might be too thick. You have to know what you're doing. If it's a portable water pick, and they do have portable ones if you travel a lot, you could put salt in a portable one because there's no electricity. Sky, stay here. So she's losing her patience. It's important to know the difference between an electric and a portable. Don't just use a portable one, because a portable water pick is not enough. It sometimes just comes with two pressures, which could hurt your teeth. If pressure is too high, it will stretch the gum and cause inflammation. Inflammation leads to infection. Please don't do that. So get an electric pick to use at home, and if you travel, then travel with the portable one. And very important, after you pick, please gently use one of my oils, or an oil. You can get whatever natural product on the over the counter, and massage it after, because the pick may stretch the tissue a little, and you want to calm it down. That's almost like skincare. If you want to open the pores, you also have to close the pores. Otherwise, whatever pores stay open, it'll attract dirt and cause acne. If you have oil problem on your skin, the same thing can happen. So you got to massage this material out and then rinse. Now, one of my oils that I recommend you leave on at the end because it creates a barrier. At night, people breathe through the mouth. Some people use CPAPs. It dries the saliva, it dries everything in the mouth. They don't sleep well, so they need it for oxygen, but it's very unhealthy to tissue. And you got to know what you're doing. Night guards also can be very traumatic to the gum tissue and to teeth. They're great because it breaks the breakage, possible, not always, the crown to a tooth, or, in bruxism, it can save your teeth. questionable about that too. Most important is to know that you have to have healing. What is healing? Healing is natural products, moisturizing, and massage and circulation. Don't eat spices because spices will create heat. And I mean, you could eat it, but know afterwards that you have to keep it clean. And I'm losing some time, and I'll do some future shows. Yes, I'm the modern day tooth fairy. I have a large following on social media, so you can view me there as well. I am Sandra Senzan. I'm a pioneer in dental hygiene. I have my own practice at 580 Park Avenue, where I see patients for 48 years, and I'm still working after 48 years because it became a part of me. And I don't have gray hair at 48 years, so I'm doing something right. Retirement is not my cup of tea because I do believe when you let go, let's say you're doing a tug of war and you let go of the rope, you fall. I don't want to fall. I don't want to sit there doing nothing when I've done a whole life of production. And I had two grandchildren, twins, just graduate from Cornell. I'm very proud of them. I have another grandson in Ohio State, and I have a little granddaughter in high school. And I raised two children almost by myself. And I put my wings on for all of that. So please take care of your teeth, and not just your teeth. They create a smile when you're gloomy. It's your sunshine of your body. It's the best cosmetic you could have. If you don't smile and you look gloomy, you could get all the Botox and fillers on your lips. But if you don't have a beautiful smile, what are you showing off? So please check in and see me on future shows. I'm here to help. Sandra Senzan, known as the modern day tooth fairy. Bye bye. Have a wonderful day.
LTV's programming is made possible by the New York State Council on the Arts, with the support of the Office of the Governor and the New York State Legislature.